Today I messed up by trying zero sugar soda at work. I know articles about aspartame have been circling around, but I saw Dr. Pepper Zero on sale and had to try it. I labeled a can, threw it in the communal work fridge, and went around with noticeably more pep in my stride knowing I had a treat saved for later. It's the little things that keep you sane when working for corporate America. After a very stressful morning, lunch finally arrived. I retrieved my Friday soda and thoroughly enjoyed it. It tasted like Dr. Pepper with only a touch of aftertaste. Though some people hate those artificial sweeteners with a fiery passion, I didn't mind it. I would soon regret that dearly. Not even 3 hours later, I heard that dreadful rumble. I didn't even make it 3 steps before I felt it. I awkwardly waddled the rest of the way to the restroom and was absolutely mortified as for a solid minute what felt like pee came squirting out of my anus. I made the embarrassing phone call to facilities for a plunger to be left outside the door. There were tears. Knocks of concern from the outside world as the news circulated to all my coworkers that the restroom was out of order. So here I am, 2 hours later, sitting on the porcelain throne in the thankfully one-person restroom, waiting for someone to bring me underwear and new pants. If my roommate doesn't come soon, I might just run out to my car in a trash bag. So really to here. Consuming something new in public. Not carrying a change of clothes. Today I messed up by not knowing how much I can handle. Today, I fucked up by attempting to give my boyfriend the surprise of his life and ending up puking spaghetti all over him. I decided to experiment with deep throating, hoping to add some excitement to our bedroom activities. I had done some research, watched a few tutorials, and felt confident that I could pull it off like a pro. Oh, how wrong I was. We had just finished a delicious dinner of spaghetti bolognese, and apparently, my brain thought it was the perfect time to unleash my newfound deep-throating abilities. Little did I know that my gag reflex would betray me. As I attempted to deep-throat his sausage, my gag reflex went into overdrive, triggering a sudden and uncontrollable urge to throw up. It all happened so fast, and before I could react, I was projectile vomiting spaghetti all over my poor boyfriend's nether regions. The shock and horror on both our faces were undeniable. My boyfriend was covered in a spaghetti mess that seemed to defy the laws of physics. We both realized that attempting such a maneuver right after a spaghetti dinner was probably not the smartest idea as we rushed to the bathroom to clean ourselves up. Lesson learned the hard way, I suppose. So here I am, feeling a mix of shame, embarrassment, and hilarity. If there's one thing I can take away from this experience, it's the importance of timing and being mindful of what you've eaten beforehand. No matter how adventurous you want to be, remember that spaghetti and deep-throating don't mix. Today I messed up by starting to break up with my cohabiting partner of a decade, then stopping midway when she started crying and hyperventilating. I'm in the weirdest situation of my life. I have no idea how to handle this. Sorry if this post is convoluted, but I'm not mentally in the clearest place and I can't put 2 sentences together. My partner is extremely codependent. She cannot spend time alone on her own for even 10 minutes. I was building the courage for months to finally somehow break up with her peacefully. But it's not easy because we have been living together for 10 years. So I didn't know where to even start. The other day she started screaming at me over some food delivery related issue. Well, it was my fault as well, but I didn't expect her to scream at me loudly. F you. This has never happened before. Anyway, this screaming just broke me down and I started unconsciously my speech for a breakup. I kept it short. I said our values are no longer aligned. You have goals in life that aren't compatible with mine, and in the long run we will be both happier separate. And I want us to remain best friends. She said, I don't want you to be my friend. I want you to be my partner. I'll die without you. She started crying so hard and hyperventilating it truly brought back my childhood PTSD of when my mother used to cry when my dad was abusing her. I started getting flashbacks of those times that my dad would neglect her and my mom would pass out. This broke me down so hard that I just couldn't go forward with the breakup. I have no idea what I'm going to do with my life now. I'm scared that if I finalize the breakup my girlfriend might hurt herself. Today I messed up thanks to a man named Dick. So I'm at a movie and had to hit the men's room real quick. I reached the men's room and an old lady is standing outside. Old lady, would you mind seeing if my husband is okay? Me, sure old lady, his name is Dick. Me, his name is Dick? Old lady, yes, he's been in there for a long time. Me, you want me to go into the men's room and ask for Dick? Old lady, yes please. So I go in and there's 3 guys at the urinals. Me, Dick? Nothing but lots of stares and a guy that I thought was going to attack me. Me, louder voice, anybody named Dick in here? Thankfully a meek voice from stall 1 acknowledges he is indeed named Dick. Me, your wife is worried about you. Come out. If the guy didn't answer I was prepared to run out. Next time the old lady goes in herself. Today I messed up by drinking coffee. Burner account because my boyfriend knows my Reddit and this is embarrassing. So, I don't know what it is, but something about me is that every time I drink coffee in the morning, it absolutely wrecks my stomach. I'm talking like it feels like someone is churning butter in my stomach. Yet, even knowing this, sometimes I just can't resist having a nice warm cup of coffee in the morning. That was the case this morning. So, as usual, I make my coffee, milk, creamer, the whole 9 yards, and I sit down and start drinking it. I got about halfway through my cup and thought to myself, weird. My stomach hasn't started hurting yet. Which I was grateful for, so I just continued on with my coffee. I finished my cup, and hallelujah. No stomach problems. Later that day, I had made plans to go camping with some friends at a lake. So, it's about 1 o'clock and I'm packing my stuff to go to the lake. I'm on my way there, when all of a sudden, uh-oh. Looks like the coffee has caught up with me. No worries, I have a while till my friends get to the lake, so I'll find a porta potty and deal with it then. I get to the lake, and apparently my friends decided to show up early. Okay. No worries. Can still go find a toilet somewhere away from where we're camping. Well, lo and behold, there was literally one porta potty at this lake. The lake is owned by someone in my family, it's not a public lake, and this porta potty happened to be literally right near where we were camping. Okay, so I have two options. 1. Proceed to the porta potty, where we'll undoubtedly cause it to smell like toxic waste for the rest of the day, and risk our campsite smelling like dookie all night. Or 2. Try and hold it long enough to drive back to my house, roughly 15 minutes away. I decided there was no way I could hold it that long, so I asked my friends to walk down to the lake and see if they could find a nice spot to set up chairs for fishing, while I set up my tent. While they are doing that, I go into the porta potty and my bowels invoke the wrath of Lucifer on that poor innocent toilet. So, I get done emptying my entire stomach into the porta potty, and walk out to set up my tent. My friends come back, and instantly one of them goes, "What is that horrible smell?" So I play it off and go, "Yeah I smelled that too, WTF is that?" So my friend goes to investigate, and walks into the porta potty and instantly frozen went, "Dude? Who the fuck shat themselves in here?" So of course, being the noble person I am, I said, "Dude, maybe it was the other friend camping with us." I then convinced him to not mention it, so as to not embarrass our friend. So, we decided there was no way we could camp this close to this putrid stench, so we told the friend that we found a flatter spot to set up tents, and that was that. Sorry to my friend who had to take the blame for the smell of hell in the porta potty.